Story. Through the storm, on a cold winter's night, a fierce storm swept through a small village nestled at the foot of a mountain. The winds howled, and rain poured relentlessly, flooding the roads and turning them into muddy rivers. In one of the village's humble homes, a young boy named Yasin was burning with a high fever. His mother, Miriam, tried everything she could to bring his fever down, but his condition only worsened as the night wore on. Miriam knew that time was running out, and she had to get Yasin to the hospital immediately. But the hospital was miles away, and the roads had become treacherous due to the storm. She looked at her frail, feverish son, his breath growing weaker by the minute, and made a bold decision. She wrapped Yasin in a thick coat, securing him tightly to her back with an old rope, and stepped out into the raging storm. The wind slapped her face, and the rain soaked her to the bone, but nothing could stop her from reaching the hospital to save her child. Her steps were slow and heavy, the path slippery with mud. Several times, she nearly fell, but each time she rose again with determination. There were moments when she felt like the wind would sweep her away, but she clung to her son with all her strength, as if to say to the storm, "I won't let him go, no matter what." Hours of struggle passed, with Miriam trudging through the relentless storm, and at last, she reached the hospital, barely able to stand. The doctors rushed to her aid and immediately took Yasin for treatment. Miriam, exhausted and drenched, collapsed into a chair in the waiting area, her heart pounding with fear and hope. Minutes, which felt like an eternity, passed before the doctor emerged with a reassuring smile. "Your son will be fine," he said. "You got him here just in time." Tears of relief streamed down Miriam's face as she raised her hands in gratitude. She had battled the storm, not just with her body, but with the limitless love and tenderness that drove her to face any challenge for the sake of her child. That night, Miriam realized that a mother's love was the greatest force in the world, a force capable of overcoming any obstacle or storm.